the ISN Podcast. Today we have a former student who is job shadowing today. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Stephanie Heatherly. I'm from Fulton. I'm from Ictc actually, and I'm job shadowing Miss Grubbs for secondary education.
Okay. Would you like to tell us about the class that you took while you were here?
I was in Teacher Academy, and in Teacher Academy we learned about education, of course, and we went out into the classrooms and observed actual teachers at the elementary school and worked with them. And I was in NTHS, I was in Skills USA 1 year. Of course, I was in Educators Rising, that goes with Teacher Academy.
Were you an officer in any of these clubs?
I was president of Teacher Academy all 3 years that I was here. I was president of NTHS the last 2 years that I was here.
What are some of the differences in high school and in college?
The workload, for sure. In high school, I didn't really study, and when I was in college, that definitely changed. So, it's a different environment. Your teachers at ICC are there for you, much like your teachers here at the Career and Technical Center. The teachers that I had at the actual high school weren't quite as involved as the ones that I had here. So, and that has to do with class size, but it's similar at ICC as it is here. They really care about you and they're worried about you. So that's good.
What high school did you go to?
I'm from Fulton. I went to
Oh.
Fulton. Yes.
Oh.
Where are you from?
Tremont?
Yeah.
So, another question. Sorry. But, when you were here, were you ever did you ever come into the digital media classroom at all?
The time. All the time.
What for?
Well, he was always helping me on bulletin boards. That was a big thing. The display case out front by the office, we had to create that a few times, and it was a lot more difficult than it should have been. But he was always helping us print out pictures and get ready for events that we had. We done Literacy on the Line 2 of the years that I was here, and that was a really big deal, and he always came through on that for sure.
Do you want to tell us how your teacher was?
Miss Grubbs was, I call her my second mother. Her classroom was a family, for sure. It wasn't just you went to school to be here. It was you were a part of something bigger and everybody cared about everybody, and that helped us grow together a lot. She was always funny, but she expected a lot of you, and that went into our work ethic for sure, and that still follows me. She was one of the first teachers that I had that was pretty much sat me down and was like, you need to get your life together. So definitely she was a motivator for sure. She was always fun. It was a very serious yet playful environment, I guess, because like I said, she did have high expectations, but we always had fun.
All right. I have 2 more questions and that's it, I promise. But what's the difference between high school and ICC besides the work that you have to do?
There's a lot of things to get involved in. If you go to the ICC website under student life, there's a clubs list. You could scroll forever. There's so many things. The sports events are not as big of a deal as they are in high school. I know that, especially at Fulton, pep rallies was our thing. If you didn't go to the pep rally, you just weren't cool. But it's not as big of a deal socially. But there's tons of things to get involved in. You just kind of have to find your niche where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Alright.
I have a question.
Okay.
Are you involved in anything at the ICC sports or any clubs?
I'm not in any sports. I would fall. I'm on the school newspaper staff, and that is one of the things that I love. I love to write. So getting to go to the events and journal everything is fun. That is about the only thing that I do. And that consumes a very large portion of my life because I have to go to so many things. But yeah,
Thank you for coming today, and we would like to invite you back anytime.
thank you for having me.